What's going on, everyone? Darkwater here, and welcome to the Brew Barons. So this is a game that recently came out on Steam. Link it down in the description, where we are the Brew Barons, where we are trying to brew up some different alcoholic beverages. I think there's beer, wine, and cider, and all kinds of stuff. And we're trying to defeat the pirates? I guess we'll go with pirates. But yeah, kind of excited to jump in and check out the Brew Barons. So we'll go ahead and we'll start a new game. We'll keep medium difficulty, why not? Nigel and Francie are required for the tutorial. I suppose we could flip them around. Nigel, when assigned to pilot, shots could trigger extra collectible ingredients. And Francie, cargo transfers cost nothing. You become dizzy after boosting for prolonged periods in the pilot seat, and parents will occasionally radio call the plane, causing a fatigue penalty. I don't know if it necessarily matters. We'll go ahead and roll through the tutorial as well. Sure. But hopefully you guys are having a good day and are excited to check this out as well. There is a certain amount of farming involved. There's air combat. There's all kinds of different things here. Not all ingredients are found on land. How are we going to do that? Your co-pilot can repair a portion of your plane in mid-flight. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Welcome to the sun-bathed islands of the Adley Bay. At the middle of these warm waters sits the capital, Veli, the largest among all other cities in the bay and a true sight to behold. Rich in natural resources, bountiful fishing and favorable soil, the Adley Bay has boomed into a bustling paradise with boats coming and going with product in tow. Seaplanes and flying boats, an aeronautical invention only a few decades old and growing in popularity. Those brave enough to pilot a plane tend to do so for an occupational or economical advantage, while others, for crooked reasons. Brew pirates, backwater bootleggers. They taint these lands in choking smog, plunder ingredients, and steal from the peaceful locals to forcefully sustain their brewing monopoly. The pirates operate in secrecy from the surrounding landmass of the Marieth and Delholdin nations. Their presence expands, forcing their brews as they rove freely and unchallenged. That was until two unlikely heroes stepped forward. Nigel, a flunky from the Marieth Flight Academy. Undeterred, Nigel refuses to give up on his dream of becoming a career pilot. With very little flight hours on his record, he's eager to find anyone that will fly with him. And Francie, the daughter of a successful merchant in the Marieth capital. When she learned of her father's shop being ransacked by the pirates for goods used in their brewing production, she vowed to help protect the bay and return what was stolen. In this time of turmoil, our unlikely heroes unite under one banner and one name. Henceforth, the Brew Barons came to be.
Well, there you go. The uniqueness of the art style plus the combination of flight and farming and brewing seemed very interesting. So hopefully we will enjoy this. Flying low and fast over water will refuel the water meter. Okay.
All right, we're here. The city of Veli. The last remaining location in the bay that still shines bright with opportunity.
Huh. Not a bad place to start a brewing enterprise. I hope the locals won't mind us setting up shop here.
Some may be wary, but I'm sure we can sway minds and gather support if we can produce quality brews people actually like.
All right then. Let's do this. I just wish we had enough money left over from the renovations to buy a better seaplane. The salesman may have swindled us with this junker.
Ooh, it's our plane.
How about that? She floats! As I knew it would. Now before you head off, just a reminder to keep your speed low when entering or exiting any harbors. Harbors often have plenty of boats and obstacles that can cause some real harm to you and your plane if you're not careful, so just keep your throttle low and you'll do fine.
I'm more concerned about the illuminated rust holes shining up through the floor.
Rust? Just think of it as weight reduction. Anyhow, remember what I said. Oh, and try not to fly too high. That engine has carburetor issues. Bye-bye now.
Oh boy. Well, let's see what this thing can do. I'll give you a quick refresher on the plane controls and instruments.
Works for me.
Great, let's start.
This is our fuel gauge. We have a full tank at the moment and shouldn't need to refuel for a while. Oh, and one role of the co-pilot is to give regular notifications on fuel levels. This meter represents the plane's cargo capacity. And currently, we aren't carrying anything. Take note that a heavily loaded plane will become a bit more sluggish in handling and speed. Highlighted here is our compass, attitude indicator, speed display, and altitude display. This is the engine throttle. Hold the throttle input to gradually raise or lower the plane speed. The throttle amount will remain fixed at that location when released. Just remember to lower your throttle when you want to slow down or stop.
Oh, I'm sure that'll
The red
go well.
portion of the throttle bar represents sustained engine damage. Damage will limit engine performance. Below that is the plane health bar. From the looks of it, our plane currently sits around quarter health with reduced engine performance. Next to the throttle bar is the propeller pitch toggle.
Oh my gosh.
Simply put, you can invert your propeller angle and make the plane traverse either forwards or reverse. You would only want to use this if the plane gets snagged or stuck. And finally, steering the plane. Simply point the reticle in the direction you want to go, and I'm sure you're flying intuition.
Yeah.
It's coming
flying
back to me
intuition.
now. I recall the ignition button has to be held for several seconds in order to fire the engine up.
Oh my god, Nigel, are you serious?
That's right. Hold the ignition button to start up the plane. Apply some throttle and follow the ring markers. They will lead us to the brewery.
I thought Nigel was... Why does our plane not have wings? Oh, apparently I did throttle up. Ooh. Look, they're dog... Whoa, nice. Can I... Looks like they're dog fighting up there. I assume those are planes up in the sky.
Huh? Is this some kind of joke? Look at the state of that seaplane.
Yeah, it has no
Whoa,
wings.
check it out. The plane looks like it's about to sink at any moment.
Why are you guys harassing me in my plane here?
What happened to that plane? Did the pirates get them?
I like the water, too. Nice and clear. You can see the bottom. Got me going over there. Oh. Trying to figure out the throttle system. Seems pretty straightforward, at least. And again, we are only kind
We've
of on
arrived at the brewery.
water.
Welcome to our new base of operations.
We own all 3 floors?
Yup, it may look a little rundown right now, but it's just a matter of time before we turn this place into a grand establishment that strikes down the pirates' monopoly for good. The second floor contains the actual brewery, while the third floor sits mostly empty, waiting to be converted into a bar. And last, there's our plane hangar that resides at the bottom.
So we
See
also
this
get a
golden
bar.
square? This indicates a dockable location. This particular one will take us directly into our hangar.
Cool.
Always reduce your speed when maneuvering into a dockable location. Otherwise, you run the risk of overshooting
Fish.
and possibly crash.
I think. Or seals? Fish.
Got it. Now that we're here, let's get this plane inside and fix it up.
Can you
Welcome
have
to the hangar.
more than
Let's
one
jump
plane?
right into the basics. A plane will always need a pilot and co-pilot, which you can assign in the roster tab. You can also assign idle pilots to a few other jobs, such as brewery assistant or bar manager. You can do so by opening the repair tab located on the plane information panel. Once opened, move the slider all the way to the right to repair all damage and accept the purchase.
Well, we've actually got a monetary unit here.
Now that the structural damage is repaired, we can construct some new wings. Start by opening the Modify tab.
I don't know what the ratio between gold and silver is. I assume we'll get to that at some point, right? Modify? What are we doing? Ooh, we can get some cadet wings. Apparently we're gonna purchase them.
I noticed the wing construction required not only money, but also crafting materials. I'm sure we'll find more materials while venturing, so we should collect and bring them back. Anyways, I guess we're now ready to fly?
We're going to exchange a few bottles of old cider I have for a valuable piece of plane equipment. Let's start by moving all the bottles of cider from the brewery inventory into the plane inventory.
Okay. Select. Transfer. So we can vary. Setting
The cider is now loaded in the plane's cargo space.
Okay.
It looks
Seems
like we're all
straightforward
set.
enough.
Right. Let's head out. You can undock from the exit menu shown here.
Oh, so you can jump between them. Okay. Can we exit? Thank you.
Oil, flaps, rudder. All meters look good. Ready for the maiden flight?
You betcha. You can see we now have a delivery contract located in the upper right.
Oh, okay.
The bar is located within eye range, just on the opposing side of the city. Take note of the gold docking square and small pier. Pilots should always plan their dock entry route and exit route ahead of time. You'll want to avoid approaching the pier head-on. You will almost certainly crash if you're traveling too quickly.
You tell me I can't just Tokyo drift this
Instead,
and slide
approach
in?
a pier from a perpendicular angle. This presents the safest way to dock at a pier, and also makes for an easy exit.
Okay. Apparently we're going to the Thirsty
To
Sailor.
help you approach at the correct angle, I've placed a series of rings. When you're ready, just follow them, and they will safely guide us to the delivery point. Take
Sure.
note of the ring color as you approach them. Their color will suggest the ideal throttle percent for the smoothest commute. Yellow is 100% throttle. Red is 30% throttle, and 0% just before the goal. I'll remind you of appropriate throttle power mid-flight. Let's start up the plane, throttle up, and get to it.
Oh, why do I worry you're gonna be... You're gonna be annoying. On this whole... oh. Hey, look, we're flying. Oh. Oh. You are not the most intuitive to control. Oh. Die. I think I missed that ring. We don't need it. It's fine.
Set 30% throttle now.
Sure. It'd be more helpful if I knew what the numbers on the throttle were, or if there were some kind of markings.
Reduce
Ooh.
your speed. Slowly enter the final ring.
Can I speed up to actually get there? Because we're taking our time. Got places to go and pirates to shoot. Yes.
There! That didn't take long at all.
No.
See this animated symbol? This means we're in a dockable location. When the dock input is pressed, it will bring up the dock. You can press the dock button now.
Thank you.
The docking menu comes with several options such as resting or managing your delivery contracts. For now, let's take the first option and
Welcome to the Thirsty Sailor.
The floor is sticky. A bit of a dive, ain't it? What self-respecting person would drink in such a place? I'm sure the bar we build will be way better.
Hey, a couple of new faces. Take a seat wherever you wish. Ah, I see you caught my ad in the paper.
Sorry.
Is that cider? Great. You have a deal. But be careful with that plane equipment. Hydro aviation can be pretty dangerous in the hands of a novice.
Oh, it's not just hydro propulsion, hydro projectiles too. But relax. I'm sure we'll be fine in your capable hands. Besides, we'll need an advantage if we're going to stand up to those pirates.
I don't think I like Nigel.
One more adjustment here. And done. You're now set up to boost through the sky with a torrent of high-pressure water blasting behind you. You're also able to shoot water projectiles in front of you.
Okay.
Oh, geez. I lost track of time and got to get back to my bar. One last thing. If you're going to craft more brews, I might be willing to buy some more from you. But first, I'll see how my patrons like that cider. Take care.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
Thatcher.
fortunate. We have our first brew client. Hopefully next time we can deliver him something better than that basic cider.
Sounds good. There's ingredients scattered throughout the bay that we could collect and craft into all sorts of unique brews. Though first things first, we should cover the basics of plane abilities. Above the compass is the plane's ability bar. It displays the currently equipped ability and water meter. Plane abilities consume water from this meter when activated.
Let's start by testing out the water boosting ability. It's great for hopping island to island at rapid speeds or gaining high altitude quickly.
To use the ability, we must first refill the water tank. This will happen automatically when we are close to the water and traveling at around 40 knots or more. Once we have enough water, we can use the ability by pressing the primary ability input. Let's start by following the rings and getting into position. Once we're in position, I will give you the signal to hold down the boost ability and keep it held down.
Okay. Y'all catch all that? Oh, I should probably start the plane. I've got a feeling I'm going to be sitting on two options. Either full throttle or no throttle. I don't think there's going to be an in-between. Hey, we got water.
Okay, boost now. Hold down the boost ability and don't let go.
Oh, okay. Oh, we are climbing.
Nigel, are you okay? You look a bit queasy.
Whoa, that was intense.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be a fan of Nigel.
I'm just a bit dizzy. I think flying at those speeds takes some getting used to.
Check it out. We have a view of the whole island from up here. There's small clusters of apple trees all around. We can try collecting those for our brews.
Okay.
Shoot the apple trees with your water projectiles to knock their fruit off and swoop in to collect them. If a tree runs out of apples, move on to another. A depleted tree will grow back after several days elapse. You can switch to the water gun by cycling the primary ability. Head back down to a lower altitude when you're ready and test out.
Sounds like a plan. Let's not forget to refill the water tank when necessary and stay within range of the island. Now let's collect 100 apples.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like our engine is struggling up here. That salesman definitely sold us a lemon. Let's fly down to a lower altitude before it dies completely.
Ah, we've got our water down here. These the apple trees? Oh, hey. I have guns. Oh, okay, just kind of sucked it up. Okay. Interesting concept. So I guess that's kind of how we start to harvest things. We're gonna need more water. No. Oh, just kind of sucked it up. Interesting. I see a blimp over there. So we currently have 48 apples. We've got a storage of 120. I'm real far away. Let's stick on this tree. What if I hit the tree? I assume hitting trees would be bad. Six. Almost there.
There we go. That's 100 apples loaded in the plane.
Next, we can head back to the brewery to process the apples. I'll place a marker to remind us where the hangar is located.
It's over there. Go! Go! Oh! Get up! 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 Holy cow. I'm curious as to a couple of controls. Then whenever I came back out, almost died. Oh, I don't like the camera options. Probably should slow down, shouldn't we? Here we go. Hey, and we're back.
Back home in one piece and a cargo hull full of apples. Let's head up to the second floor brewery. You can access it from the exit menu.
To the brewery we go.
You managed to fit a fully functional brewery on a single floor?
The first thing we need to do is move the apples from the plane inventory into the brewery. You can open the inventory tab to make the transfer. Great. Now that the apples are available to be processed, I can quickly explain the brewery menus. Let's start by opening the Create menu. The large metal pot is where we will blend all our ingredients. Highlighted is the brewery pot interface. It's beneath the ingredient percentages, shows the value of your dispensed ingredients. And below that is the alcohol by volume percentage. As you dispense items into your pot, the maximum alcohol potential will increase. Here's the reset button. If you dispense the wrong ingredient, or your pot contents don't reach a desired alcohol potential. Now the fun part. This is the ingredient wheel. It allows you to cycle through all of the ingredients that have been placed in the brewery inventory. Let's hold the dispense button to drop all 100 apples into the pot. The ingredients will blend once a total of 100 units are dispensed. Next, we'll add yeast to the mixture, which will convert into alcohol. The more yeast you add will result in a higher alcohol content, but will never exceed its maximum alcohol potential. You can add yeast by holding down and releasing the scoop button. The longer the hold, the more yeast will be added. The process of adding yeast will stop if you hit the end button, or if the alcohol content of your pot reaches its max potential.
Got it. Current potential. Okay. 17.8. Max that we're getting.
Next, we'll process the mixture. We can ferment, which will produce a higher yield of drinks with a low value and alcohol percentage. Or we can ferment and distill, which will produce lower yield with a higher value product and alcohol percentage. Take note that each method will produce a different type of brew. In this case, our apple mixture can either become a cider or a brandy depending on which method is taken. Let's choose fermenting and let the brew-o-matic work its magic.
The brew-o-matic. Well, okay then.
Presto! Our mixture has now been turned into a cider. This particular brew turned out a little basic, though no worries. Next time we can try crafting a brew with multiple ingredients to produce a better product. From here we can discard or bottle the brew.
I don't know if I'd
Let's
like
select
your
bottle
sarcasm.
to continue. We can start to customize our product to our liking. We can change the bottle appearance and rename the product to anything we'd like.
Oh.
When you're happy with the design, you can press the finish button.
Interesting. Oh. Oh, I like that. So we can change what our bottle looks like. Let's go with a basic cork. Oh, you can even do labels? You can import your own label. Huh. We'll go with something simplistic, I guess. I'm kind of liking that one. Oh, you got a bunch of different bottle styles as well. This is a basic cider, so maybe something like that. We can change the name as well. It's a basic apple cider. Okay, so we got our first cider.
Our new cider brew will now appear under the My Products menu. This menu is used to produce more units of any branded brews you've already crafted. Should a client request a branded brew that's out of stock, you can open this menu to produce more if you have sufficient ingredients. There's one last step. Seeing as we have no client contracts requesting cider, we can stock the cider at our own bar, which we need to set up first. Let's head up to the top floor by accessing the exit menu.
I'm trying. To the bar. A lot more than I thought.
There used to be a bunch of old antiques collecting dust up here. It may not look like much and the floors creak terribly, but with enough effort we can turn this into a lively bar.
Okay.
We'll have to start with a basic tarnished floor plan for the time being. With enough funds, the bar can be renewed and polished.
Ooh.
In doing so,
In that case, we should style the bar accordingly to the types of brew we plan to sell. A bar patron that prefers cider might enjoy a rustic bar theme, whereas a wine drinker might prefer something more elegant.
Shut up, Nigel.
let's start by choosing a theme for our bar. You can do so by opening the design panel.
Okay, so we could select the theme. Popularity bonus. Classic theme, Art Deco. Victorian. Ah, so these actually change. So a little bit fancier. So you got your wine, your brandy. I'm probably going to lean more towards beer and vodka if we're being honest, but that might just be personal taste. So I do like the aesthetic of this one. So vodka, rum, whiskey, not so much on the mead and wine. No. Let's go with the noir.
Next, let's think of a good name for the bar. Maybe a name that portrays an establishment of sophistication and class? I'll leave that up to you. The choice is yours.
Because I
Type
have
the name into the text box and press
sophistication
enter
class.
when you're done.
No. We'll go with that. enter. There we go.
That's an interesting choice.
Listen, lady.
Different. Fortunately, we can always change it later.
Nobody asked you. Oh, we can upgrade.
Now with the bar all set up, we'll want to stock our cider so it can be slowly sold over time. You can open the inventory and make the brew
I can
transfer.
do all kinds of change. Shut up. I'm playing around with things. Kind of like this one. We changed the chairs. Let's go with curved stools. Something with a back on it, I think. Change the lights. I'm good with that. Brick walls in the back. Ooh, I like the, ooh, hold on. I like that. Wood stain, what are we changing? Oh, all of the wood. Cedar, mahogany, chestnut, ash, walnut. Give me the mahogany. I like me a good dark mahogany wood. Metal stain, where's the metal? Slate, copper, some of the trim pieces. Brass, ooh, brass is nice. Gold is a bit much, iron's too dark. Let's go brass. We'll leave it non-smoking. I think we're good to go. What am I doing? Inventory. Transferring cider to the bar. Okay.
There, we're now open for business. Be sure to keep the bar stocked with brews that suit our chosen theme. In doing so, we'll help keep our patrons happy.
Okay. So
Right. It looks like we're all set and ready to finally start this. Let's get out there and explore. Make connections, collect ingredients, and grow our brewing enterprise.
oh, hey, look, we finished the tutorial. Interesting.
It looks like we have our first customer already. I suppose the word gets around fast in these sleepy places. If you want to talk to them, do so by clicking the gossip menu and selecting them.
Thank you, Francie. So, I have to manage my own bar. I have to get ingredients, brew alcohol for my bar, but also brew enough for other bars as well. This is going to be interesting. But I think this is going to be a good spot to leave this episode. Play through a little bit more in the next few days, and we'll see where things go. But thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys for being here, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in the Brew Barons. And as always, I hope you guys have yourselves a great day.